Hey there, we're back for this little Lofi series. So in the previous episodes, we did a simple combat feature as well as creating an item. So for this episodes, I actually had the idea of working on the tooltip of the items. So this is what I will be adding in the first place. I will add tooltips to all items, and then I will overwrite whatever the function is. Also, I will probably add a layer between the item and the weapon so that we do have equipment in the between of the two. Yeah, I will actually start with that layer. So the good point of adding an equipment layer between item and weapon is that we now are able to kind of create equipment slots. I will actually use a simple enum to define the different equipment slots. So at the moment, I'm gonna go with just two different types, which is weapon and armor. Ooh. I actually want to check a word online. Because armor is very much metallic in my head, and I actually want something which can encapsulate leather cloth as well. So I will check if armor fits, but maybe another word will do. So anyway, let's just add this slot enum. I actually chose to name it type rather than slots, because yeah, that's just the equipment type. So I probably need to add a property that defines the type. Yes, and we do correctly have this enum showing in the description of the Rusty Wood. So that's great. Now I actually want to check for the tooltip. So I'm pretty sure that control nodes can basically have a custom tooltip that you can assign to it by using a method. I think I found it. Make custom tooltip. It's a virtual method to be implemented by the user, which returns a control node that should be used as a tooltip instead of the default one. Yes. Okay, and we can grab the text from the default tooltip. Okay, that's interesting. Not very useful, but okay. So here, I actually want to be creating a very simple tooltip. I want to show the name of the item, slightly styled, and the stats of the item. So let's create a control node for that. I'm gonna make this a component because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use this a lot. Well, actually, a lot but once. It's interesting. I'm probably gonna make this a panel container or container panel, whatever. Because now we are able to actually add a little bit of style to this panel. So I'm gonna go with a slight border, and that's gonna be a very basic rectangle. I'm gonna start with actually updating this style. I think 99 opacity is decent. The opacity will be for the background panel, and then the text in it will be fully opaque. Is it how I say it? I'm not sure of the width I want to give to the tooltip. I'm probably going with a set width, and the height will depend on the content. I'm gonna go with my usual 320, which fits a lot of things in my games. Yeah, so at the moment we do have a display name, and I'm actually trying to think, because not every items will have the same tooltip. For example, weapons will be very different than crafting items. So maybe we should focus on weapon now, and we will make a different one for the more regular item later. I'm starting to think that adding a margin to the entire VBox is probably better than every item. Okay, I think it's actually quite decent right now, because we do have a we have the type, we have the damages and the name. That's definitely big enough for a prototype. So maybe, yeah, I will have to export this, well, to actually save this and grab it in the Sword resource so that I can generate this tooltip and return it. I'm gonna create a script that will grab the important nodes and change the values so that we can actually inject data within this node and that it updates everything accordingly. I'm actually wondering how and when I will reload this tooltip. Is it supposed to be within the resource? Or is it actually supposed to be in the objects, in the inventory? Just because we will be crafting, we will generate new objects based off of resource objects, if that makes sense. So maybe this object will then be doing the tooltip. Okay. So I'm gonna do it the resource way. Okay. Even though it's not very clear in my own head right now. Anyway. I'm actually wondering if I foresee a problem because the node will get ready when it is added to the scene tree, but we do want to change things before that, so we'll have to get the nodes at a different time. So basically when we are trying to inject the data, otherwise we wouldn't be able to get the nodes. actually wondering if we can use the method get node when we instantiate a scene, but don't actually add the scene in the tree. That's let me search that. I don't know, I guess I will have to try and be surprised. Okay, so I think I'm done with this method. I mean this script. I do update everything, and I just have to inject a weapon as a data, and that should be fine. So now I actually have to override this method. I mean, I have to return this scene. Huh. Yeah, I have to return the scene in the method. So I gotta find where this method is used. And essentially it is for the item slot. So I need to find the item slot and change its tooltip to be either this scene or null if there's no object in it. Okay. Yes, already we have a weird behavior because we take a weapon as a inject data object, but here we give an item. So it's not problematic really, but when we will have different types of objects, I wonder how this will actually work. That's a problem for the future. So I actually have no idea if this is gonna work. This is so random. Actually, I made a miss key, but otherwise it looks fine. Oh, interesting. So it, all right. So apparently there's already some styling to it. So I don't have to make the border that I did. But instead I can just probably get rid of the panel. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, that should be better. Except that we got rid of the minimum white. That's a shame. Okay, so it works, except that I don't really understand why the tooltip is that big. It's kind of surprising. I wish I could just freeze the game right now. Maybe there's a key. Oh, I guess it doesn't work because I'm within the game. How can I observe this object? I don't really understand why it would get that big. Oh, I probably have an idea. I actually have to trigger a breakpoint while I do have this pop-up panel. But how can I do that? This is gonna be so weird. I would just had a timer of 5 seconds. And then I will trigger a breakpoint after those 5 seconds. So it did work, but I do not see the pop-up. Oh, there it is. So it looks like it is the box container, which has a large size, but I don't see why it would. Or is it because of... Is it because the pop-up has a panel in it? And the panel is sized weirdly. Okay, I'm kind of out of ideas right now. So I'm gonna just let this one slide at the moment. Okay, so we do have a better tooltip now. So let me think. I actually want to be able to craft. So crafting involves having crafting items, but it also involves having objects being able to be modified. So we kind of need a way to create versions of items which take on a resource but can be expanded. So eventually that would look like an object that would take the resource as a property. Then we would define its base stats. According to the resource. And then we would be able to modify whatever value there is in it. So I probably have to change all my abstracts for items, at least for weapons, into item resource basically, so that I can make the difference between an item resource and the item that I create and duplicate, sort of. Let's start by renaming those things. Okay, so it looks like we are back to the state we had. We should be able to create another object which will be weapon, and it will actually take the resource as a reference. So let's make this abstract. I don't think I need to change the type to something other than object yet, because it doesn't need to be a node, it's just an object. Maybe if I ever need signals, I will upgrade it as a node, but I don't think it's necessary. It probably just can stay an object. Right. I'm actually thinking this. Technically, yes, technically items, crafting items will have their objects as well. So maybe I should just grab an item resource. I don't think I can actually make it so that a weapon extends from item and they have a shared property which actually change type. Like, can you override a property? I'm pretty sure you can't. No, you can't. Obviously you can't. So how would that work? It would be a method? It would be a method. So we would have an item which should be a weapon, and then we would have methods getting the relevant information. That could be a thing. Okay, so it's been an hour already. We're kind of out of time now. So I will actually do this in the next episode. I probably should write whatever I need to do, and I will see you in the next episode.